Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the week four NFL preview of the Great Perspective. Thank you for joining us. For those of you that have subscribed, we're just a channel we just started about a week or so ago. So we hope that you join us, like the content where we talk sports, family, politics, and everything in between. While I wait on Derek to chime in, get logged on. Um, just want to talk about some things. Just want to talk about everything that's going on, the climate that we're living in, and just want to say that let's everybody have cooler heads. Not let ourselves get caught up on left or right, or or any of the politics that's going on right now. It's um, it's a very um, thick. It's like the air feels thick when you listen to certain spaces. But if you disconnect from social media, you not watch so much of the mainstream media, not listening to too much radio. Like when I get in my car, I'm not listening to the radio. I'm on Pandora, you know, and that's what that's what I do. I I um, oh, there you go, Derek. Thank you for joining us, man. Derek finally got on. But that's what I do. When I get in my car, that's what I do. I listen to Pandora and I disconnect from everything else. So I think right now that's what we all need to do is just disconnect and not allow the climate to dictate how we move, how we think. Those in power, at the top of the pyramid, they have more power. They have more control, and they can manipulate. It's like if I have a following, and you think of any of your big content creators, they have a following, and they get like 1 million followers, and they can move a certain way, left or right, and they can influence people to move the same way. So just keep that in mind. Politicians, certain pastors. Not saying anything bad about pastors, but certain pastors are bought and paid for. Through the faith-based initiative that was started in '04, and every president ever since then have uh, been been in favor of that, from Obama to Trump, Biden. And so we can't get caught up in all the politics. It doesn't matter if you're left or right. It doesn't matter if you watch The View. It doesn't matter if you watch CNN or Fox or MSNBC, or you listen to Steve Bannon or also Officer Tatum or Ricky Smiley or Steve Harvey. All these people, Marjorie Green or Jasmine Crockett. It doesn't matter. AOC, Bernie Sanders, none of that matters. Lindsey Graham, none of that matters. What matters is family. What matters is your future, building your circle. And that's what's important. But Derek, you logged on, you on with us. We're gonna I just broke the ice a little bit,
You
got
familiar?
going, but we're gonna talk about week four. We're gonna preview everything, and then also we're gonna get into college. There's some big games going on in college. We might dab a little bit in the WNBA playoffs, as WNBA, their playoffs are going on. I was a big women's basketball fan way before uh, Angela Reese and Caitlin Clark, all that. Way before that, I was watching women's college basketball and women's WNBA. I go back to Cheryl Swoops. You know, but also outside of that, the big game that just happened on Monday night. The Ravens and the Lions. What you thinking about that game?
Um, it's like a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL, good quarterbacks, are going through the same thing. They can score with the best of them, but the defense, I feel sorry for Lamar. I wish he was there when that Ray Lewis, Terrell Suggs defense was there.
Mm.
He would have had 2-3 rings.
Mm-hmm.
But he's dealt the hand he's dealt. And like with the week prior to that, when Baltimore was in Buffalo, they had a 3-touchdown lead. And the defense gave it up.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody was disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta.
I thought it was a good game though.
Yeah, it was a good game. But when you let Detroit drive the ball 90 yards twice,
they look real dominant in that game.
They
look real. I'm telling you, man. I said this to you the other day. I said Detroit has been on this run for the last 2-3 years. And all they got to do is get over the hump. But that team is ready. They got the coach, they got the quarterback, they got the team, and they just need to get over that hump in the playoffs, and it's over. They're gonna win the Super Bowl. I'm telling you. I'm not a Detroit fan, but I'm telling you, when I see it, man, they got the team. But I thought it was a good game. I thought it was a real good game. Before the game, I had Baltimore winning.
Everybody did.
If you put your money on that, man, you lost that day. But
yeah, what you think about the game that's on now, Seattle and Arizona?
I'm looking at it. It's 7 Seattle, 7 Arizona 3. I mean, I don't see either one of those teams doing anything. Seattle, they're not going to make any noise in the NFC. They're not. Arizona, they're not going to make any noise. They'll win a few games, but even if they make the playoffs, they'll be out in the wild card. This is one of them teams. I don't see. They got some key players. Cooper Kupp.
They haven't crossed that threshold yet. They like the Atlanta Hawks in the NBA. They got Trae Young gonna do some highlights and make the playoffs, but that's as far as it goes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't see either one of those teams doing too much. I don't see it. I don't see them doing too much. I mean, like I said, they'll win some games, and they got some key players. D-Law came from Dallas over there to Seattle. Cooper Kupp, he playing tonight. So, it's just I don't see anything that's gonna make any real noise. They're not a dominant team. We were talking about this the other day. There's no real dominant teams anyway in the NFL.
Not this year. But it's like anybody can win.
Anybody can win, but if you had to put a hierarchy on it, they're like in the middle, near the bottom. They're not. They're not a threat. They're not a threat.
What you think about this NFL lineup this week right here? It ain't a lot of good games really for week 4. You got the highly anticipated Green Bay Dallas.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest game everybody's looking forward to.
Then you got the undefeated Philadelphia Eagles going to undefeated Tampa Bay, which should be a good one because Jalen Hurts will be back.
Game. That's going to be a good game. That right there is going to be a good game.
Because Jalen Hurts will be back for that.
That's Sunday?
Huh? That's Sunday.
So they have to be the first game, right?
You talking about what time they playing?
Yeah, it got to be the first game.
I'm not sure.
Because Dallas, I already know Dallas got the prime time game.
So they might play at 4:00 or 1. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it got to be the first game. Dallas, I know, got the game of the week. You know, because they're gonna put that one on Prime. You know, Jerry gonna make sure of that, and the advertisers are gonna make sure of that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's too much money to be made.
Yeah.
That game right there, everybody want to see how Michael plays against Dak. So that's gonna be an interesting game.
Yeah.
With Dallas defense, the way they playing right now, I think Green Bay, they'll run the ball a lot.
But this
Because
is
that's a
the tricky
weakness.
thing. This is the tricky thing that's in my soul telling me. Dallas is like one of those teams, when they're supposed to lose, they win. And when they're supposed to win, they lose. Like they lost against Chicago, but don't be surprised if them Cowboys win.
It never fails. You know, sometimes I have hope for Cowboy fans. It's like one day I want to look at the game and the stands be empty, but y'all disappoint me every time, and then the Cowboys make me happy because they disappoint y'all every time.
But other than that game, the Philly Tampa Bay, the rest of the games in the league are lopsided. Expect a lot of blowouts this week.
Who you
got a
taking
lot
in
of
that Philly game?
huh?
Who you taking in the Philly Tampa Bay game? I'm taking Philly. I'm gonna tell you why.
I'm taking Philly. I would take Philly because Jalen is back. But if Jalen wasn't playing like he didn't play last week, I would have took Tampa Bay.
No, I'm gonna tell you why. If you look at their games, Tampa Bay defense is giving up a lot of points. So that means the weakness is gonna come either on the run defense or the passing. And Jalen Hurts can get you either way. Because he's a running quarterback, and then they got a top 2 running back, Super Bowl winning running back. So the defense, I don't think Tampa Bay defense will be able to contain the Eagles offense.
What are you saying on a slide? For all you bettors out there, take this the week to take Saquon Barkley over 80 yards rushing.
Oh, that's easy. Yeah. Yeah, that's all day. Because you gotta think, they have to think about Saquon Barkley. They gotta have a spy on Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
And then if you don't, then he got Brown that'll eat you alive. You know what I'm saying? So they got you can't is when you gotta that's why it's so important to have a running back, a solid running back, a good offensive line, a good quarterback. You don't even have to have a top 5 quarterback. As long as you got a good, decent quarterback that can stay in the pocket, throw the ball, and then if he's a running quarterback at that, like Jalen Hurts, and then you got a top 3 running back and a number 1 receiver, the defense, there's only 11 people on the field.
Yeah.
You got at least 3 or 4 on the line. You get what I'm saying?
And then if you play with Brown, you got Deshaun on the other side. So, but guess who Philly got backing up Barkley?
Who is
Stuckey. You remember the running back from Clemson?
Oh, yeah,
a couple years ago when they were good?
Yeah.
He's the backup for Barkley.
Yeah.
Because they put him in against Dallas, and he got 80 yards.
Yeah. So I take all of Philly all day on that one. I'm gonna be locked in on that one.
But like I said, those are only 2 games in the NFL that I see that's not lopsided. But for the sports fans out there, This is the weekend of college football. Manu Imanu.
Tell them about it.
You got undefeated 3-0 Florida State playing 3-1 Virginia. ACC conference matchup may determine who win the. Then you got the big dogs. Number 1 Ohio State going to undefeated Washington. You got undefeated LSU going to undefeated Ole Miss. You got number 6 undefeated Oregon going to number 3 undefeated Penn State. So this is get your popcorn ready Saturday. It's the big boys playing. And see, this weekend is going to have big playoff implications because LSU going to have to show who they really are against Ole Miss. Ohio State going to have to show who they really are in Washington. And like I said in my prior broadcast, I believe in Oregon. But going into Penn State, it's either put up or shut up. This is the weekend. Get your popcorn ready.
I think it's going to help us too, depending on how everything play out. It'll help South Carolina. Let me tell you why. When you got all those
teams too.
Nah, I'm saying the bracket, the top, all them teams you just named.
In the bracket, except Washington.
Somebody got to lose,
but they're not ranked.
Then that's even worse because they undefeated. Because you can still not be ranked and be a dangerous team. You get what I'm saying?
Like that, yeah.
Because like right now, I think the sleeper team this season in college football is Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I think. But you know who I think also a sleeper? Georgia Tech. Watch out for Georgia Tech. They undefeated, and they own one. But like I say, I judge teams when they play the big boys. Georgia Tech played Clemson and dominated. Okay, now you got my attention.
Clemson ain't the same, man. I don't know what's going on. It's like it must be they recruiting. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what but Dabo said in an interview, and then we'll get to the picks of the game. Dabo said that I guess they were calling some people, the media was saying that you think, your job is in jeopardy. And he basically said, why? He said, all I do is win. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, they got championships and all that. You look at it's just the last 2 seasons, they just didn't look like the same. But Alabama don't look like the same.
You're right. But like you iterated last week, college football is worse than the NFL. It's what have you done for me lately?
And I think the NIL.
You see what I'm saying? Because you remember LSU fired a coach who had won a championship 2 years prior. What have you done for me lately is college football. They want to win now, not tomorrow.
And it's going to be tough for college football because
the NIL.
The players are not loyal. They're chasing the money. So, you got college players that make more than some NFL players because everybody on the NFL roster.
You saw that with Shedeur. Right now, he's making over $4 million, but he made close to $7 million in college. They getting paid more in college, some, but the higher draft picks getting more money in the NFL. But the lower draft picks made more money in college than they did in pro.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you got some people. Some of the players coming in the league made more money in NIL than they do. Because what's the league minimum? 300, 400, 500,000, something like that.
250.
So, how much?
250.
250? I haven't looked at it.
$250,000.
But that's the league minimum. Them guys in college making $1 million. You
Not
know what I'm saying?
see
So
that, but see, to stand correct, the ones that are making $1 million in the league in college are the ones that's getting 10 million signing bonus in the NFL. You have to
not
be
necessarily. Not
you have
necessarily.
to be a star to get that kind of money. You're not
Not
gonna be
necessarily.
you're not gonna be just a regular person on the roster getting $1 million in college.
You might
No.
not be getting $1 million, but I guarantee you're making more than $250,000 a year.
Some of them not, because you're getting paid off your likeness.
Yeah,
Now,
but
Stellar,
not just that, you're getting paid by the school to even bring you there. It's legal now. What they used to do under the table.
yes, but you can Google it.
You,
Not every player getting paid. They're not paying the 52 roster. They only paying the stars.
It's not,
and they're not paying them out of their pocket. They're going through boosters to pay them.
No.
That's the NIL. The NIL, Chico, is you get paid for your likeness.
The quarterback from Texas A&M had a Lamborghini deal and it was $1 million. These players
yes,
endorsed.
That was from Lamborghini. But I'm telling you, the school.
That's what I'm trying to. They getting endorsement deals.
But everybody on the team is not getting endorsement deals. Only the stars.
So you're saying in college football on a 52 whatever man team,
probably 10 of them getting money.
About 10 players getting NIL deals?
No, 10 of them getting paid. The rest of them just living off of scholarships. Google it. The whole purpose was players like.
I wish he was on live. I wish.
The whole purpose was, you can Google it when we get off. The whole purpose of the NIL was you have players that like Johnny Manziel, who was bringing money to the school, and he was saying, why I can't get paid off my likeness if they can.
I know that's why they went to the Supreme Court.
You're talking about the Supreme Court said they can get paid off their likeness, meaning you can get endorsements. So what the schools do to like South Carolina to land a Rattler from Oklahoma, they go to their boosters. Hey, offer a Rattler X amount of dollars to do advertisement for you, but he got to play for South Carolina. Put that in the contract. But the school itself still can't pay nobody. That's still illegal for the school itself. It has to come from endorsements and boosters.
No.
Because you get paid for your life.
How many times did you hear? I'll use this example, Deion Sanders. I've heard this said commentary on ESPN, because if it was illegal, ESPN wouldn't have said it. That Coach Prime need to get Colorado to dig in their pockets to get players there.
Yeah, but then when they say Colorado, they're not talking about the school. They're talking about the boosters.
Let's get past that. But I want to go back to the other thing you said.
What you need to do, you need to Google the clause and definitions of the NIL.
I know that they can get paid off their likeness, but what you're not.
The school can't pay them.
It doesn't matter. That's not what I'm talking. I don't care who pay them. I'm just making my point is.
You trying to say all 52 players getting paid, and I'm telling you it's not.
I'll put it like this. It ain't just the stars getting paid. So we used Colorado last year as an example. So you're telling me the only people on that team that was getting NIL was Shedeur, Travis Hunter, Shiloh, and Jimmy Horn Jr. Is that Horn Jr.? Is that who you saying only 10 players on a college team is getting paid?
Colorado was different because they boosters went after certain players to come there.
How many players you think on South Carolina Gamecocks getting paid?
Oh, I doubt it's 10.
I'm gonna Google that.
I doubt it's 10.
I'm gonna Google that.
But as we got about 5 more minutes, let me get my
We
picks.
got how much time we want. We on the. I'm gonna show you something. I know that's a lie because I know for a fact kids right here in Texas coming out of high school
Here you go.
getting they not
everybody. Yeah, people getting paid, but the whole 52 roster is not getting paid. You don't play college football.
I get that, but you're saying only the stars getting paid, and that's not true.
Yeah.
That's not true.
You getting paid for your likeness.
I know that, but the boosters. If I'm a decent running back, but you got stars all over the place, but you want me over there.
No, you're right. You're right about that. You got like offensive linemen for Alabama getting booster money, even though they're not a star. But because you are a solid offensive lineman in a critical position, yeah. But I'm telling you, the second and third string players ain't getting paid.
I'm not talking about them. I'm saying
you saying the 52-man roster. I'm telling you, only if anybody getting paid, it's the starters. It's the 22 starters.
Okay.
11.
Okay. Actually, we wrong. A college team can have up to 125 players allowed by NCAA. Their regular season active roster can have 105 players. So you telling me out of 105 players on the team, only 10, 15 people getting paid?
At least 22. The starters. The 11 starters on defense and the 11 on offense. They're not paying nobody. You thinking college football is like a job.
It is.
Where if you're on a team, you get some money. No. You get paid for your likeness. And with college football.
I know.
With college football, I know what I'm saying. But what college football is doing under the table, they paying the guys for their likeness the big bucks. But everybody else who getting paid, they paying them for their skill set. The offensive linemen, the defensive linemen that you don't know about, the skilled punt returners that you don't know about, they paying them too. But they just getting 50,000, 60,000 deals. It's the Shadors, the sellers getting the $1 million money. That offensive lineman ain't getting no $1 million money.
No, I ain't saying that, but I'm saying
that's what I'm telling you. So if he go to the NFL, he gonna make more than 50,000. His signing bonus gonna be more than that.
South Carolina Gamecocks football has a roster that includes players who are compensated based on their performance and contracts.
I just showed you that.
Has a roster,
has some players.
That ain't what it said. It said a roster that includes players.
That includes, meaning not all.
Okay.
When it says includes, that's like if I say I want a hamburger included with lettuce, tomato, and ketchup. I'm trying to tell you what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you something. But we'll talk about that later
Let's
and
get
get
let's get
into it a
into
little
it, man.
more depth.
What's the your picks? Who you picking? Oregon and what is it? Penn State, Ohio.
Yeah.
Who is it? Oregon. Yeah. Who you
We'll
picking?
start off. We'll start off with the NFL.
All right.
Green Bay is Dallas. Y'all know I'm a Cowboy, but
I got Green Bay.
for the betting people,
Go Green Bay.
For the betting people, I would dealing with fantasy football people. I would definitely take Love over 200 yards passing, and I would take the running back over 80 yards rushing. Simply because, not saying Dallas may lose, but it's going to be a dog fight because our defense is so depleted. And with Philly and Tampa Bay,
say what it is. Y'all defense is trash.
And with Philly and Tampa Bay, my brother already gave y'all the 4-1-1. Take Saquon Barkley over 80 yards.
Because Tampa Bay defense ain't gonna be able to hold.
This is what I would do. I would take, this is the shocker. I would take Baker Mayfield under 300 yards passing.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
But the big thing, Florida State, Virginia, I take Florida State. Ohio State, Washington, I would take Ohio State.
Yeah, Ohio State.
Touchdown, Seattle, 14-3.
Mm-hmm.
LSU Ole Miss is the toss-up. That's the game I want to actually sit down and watch.
I need to see it because we got to play both of them.
Yeah, I want to see what's going on. So I'm not sure on that. Number 6, Oregon going to Penn State. Oregon.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to check Oregon out and see if it's the hype or
the Ducks.
It could be another Archie Manning situation where it's
just no. Ain't no Archie Manning situation because the Oregon blew out everybody they played.
Yeah, but they went.
And for your my fantasy bettors out there, take Oregon quarterback and running back over all stats, rushing, passing, and the same thing with Ohio State, quarterback, running back, take it over, and go and get your money deposited into your account. Great entertainment. This is how we rocking. But yeah, but don't forget, subscribe, like, hit that share button. And we'll be back Wednesday with more content. And we can go over the picks to see how well I've done.
Mm-hmm.
And me and my brother jump back into that NIL conversation. That y'all know a lot of y'all
do some research on that. I'm gonna do some research. I'm gonna go look at Ohio State. I'm gonna look at all the big ones: Ohio State, Colorado. I'm gonna look at LSU, South Carolina. I'm gonna look at them. Clemson. Clemson must ain't paying nobody. I don't know what's going on in Clemson, but I'm gonna look at all of them. Georgia. Florida State done turned everything around. Like, hold up, they're coming out the pocket. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna look at Miami too. Miami. Miami got the quarterback from Georgia. I'm gonna see, okay, how much is this dude getting, how much is this kid getting paid? So I'm gonna do some research before the next show on NIL. I'm gonna see how they actually structure those deals. Because I already understand the Supreme Court ruling, but I want to understand, okay, on 100, would they get 105 players? They probably really have about 85 players, really. So out of 85 or so players, I believe more than 15, 20 of them getting paid.
I
You know what
do.
I'm saying? I just can't see it because I would find a school, unless you just garbage, just straight trash, and you just want a scholarship to go to school, you want to play football. They gave you a chance at Alabama. They gave you a chance at Clemson or South Carolina or Ohio State. They gave you a chance, and you just want to play ball because you love the sport, and you're not really worrying about the money. But to see your teammate over here getting 75,000, 100,000, 500,000. I ain't saying everybody gonna make $1 million, but to give
It's
me
the same
nothing.
thing. It's the same thing as a person in the NBA making 500,000 and LeBron sit right beside him making 40 million.
That's different
The
though.
same thing.
The NBA is different because
It's the
they
same thing as
know
the NFL.
that's different. They know
As
it's like
as
that's
as
different. It's like the
somebody,
NFL. It's different. It's like the
some
NFL. They know that when you play in the NFL, when you play Major
you
League
got
Baseball,
stars.
when you play, yeah, they understand that dynamic. But we're talking about in college is different because it's regulated in a way where it's saying as a student athlete, I
You
can
get
now
paid
get
for
paid
your
off my
likeness.
likeness. So my
So
likeness
my
is
likeness worth $1
me
million.
being here. That's what I'm trying to get you to
Yours not.
understand. It's me
My
being here. I'm
likeness.
the player. My
Yeah,
likeness is me
my
playing in the
likeness,
game.
but they're coming to see sellers. His likeness is $1 million. Your likeness is
I'm
not.
not saying give me 50,000. Can I get 50,000? That's what I'll be saying. I can't get 50,000 when I'm going to Alabama. I can't get 50,000 when I'm going over. You know what I'm saying? And I guarantee you that's what's going on. Because I heard and I've seen coaches talk about it. Matter of fact, Coach Prime, Dion, he talked about that recently. He said the thing is now with the NIL, you get a player, you getting a new team every year. And now that's why with the NIL, you starting to see more and more fifth-year seniors. They supposed to have been out of school. 25, 26, 26. That's why they could be rookies. Like that one dude was a rookie, came in the NFL. This nigga 27 years old.
Because they're
You know
making
what
more
I'm saying?
money in college.
Made more money in college than he did
They're
as a.
making more.
Yeah,
They're making
I
enough
said
money
that.
in college to where they don't have to rush to the NFL like they
I
did
know.
before.
That's what I'm saying. It's messing up the game. It's messing up because you can't have those Alabama or Georgia dynasties, Ohio State dynasties. You can't have that because the players are switching. You know what I'm saying? And then if I'm seeing, like I said, I'm over here, I'm on the O line. Yeah, he might be good, but he making $1 million. I understand that he's a star, but this is not the NBA. I know if I go to a team, you got LeBron, you got Luka. They making 30 million a year. I understand I might be making league minimum. I might not even be playing. I might be the 12th man on the bench. I understand that on the NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball. But in college, I'm
It's different.
starving, eating Roman noodles, and you tell him, come on, man. My likeness is me playing. You recruited me. That's my likeness. Pay me. That's
No,
my likeness.
your likeness is you get the scholarship for free. That's your likeness.
Yeah, everybody on the team getting a free scholarship.
But if you want that off the field money, you got to be a star.
We're gonna talk about it next week. But we went over our time. We thank you. Again, subscribe, like the video,
Hit the
subscribe,
share
support us,
button.
support us. You can check. We're on Facebook, YouTube, The Great Perspective. Check us out, support us. We'll try to do a show maybe Sunday. do a recap and look at all the games. But definitely next week on Wednesday, we'll do a recap. We'll look at everything and see if Derek's predictions and his picks came true. But again, we say peace.